Kell Brook wins. I think he just seems fresh. I mean, Kell hasn't boxed for over a year. Hearn hasn't boxed, I think, for over 2 years. And I just think he's fresher. So my money would be on Kell Brook and wish him both the best.
I think it's a very good fight. It's a long time coming, but now it's happening. And I think both guys are good fighters. But if Khan's legs are good, then Khan's legs would win him the fight.
I see Kell Brook getting that fight. I don't want to say typical, Amir Khan, his jaw and stuff like that. But I just see that Kell Brook can win that fight.
I think Khan out. I do. Yeah. No, do you know what? No, I know the chin, and the first thing to go is your punch resistance, but I think Khan will outwork Brook. But that's what I think. I was leaning more towards Kell. I was leaning, I always thought Kell, and now I'm like Khan. But I'm like that.
It's going to be intriguing. I can't pick a winner, to tell the truth. I know how Kell works and how he lives his life, and also Amir Khan. I think if Amir Khan can keep him long and sharp as he fights, he could have that edge. But if Brook can get on his chest and near his whiskers, it could also be a good night for Brook. So 50-50, I can't call it.
So what? Everyone disagrees with me on this at home, but I think Brook's going to pull it off. I've got this feeling that he's that much more fresher, and he's going to do it. I've just got this feeling. I don't know, it could be completely wrong, but yeah, I'll go with Brook.
In the primes, I always used to say Kell. I used to always think I used to thought Khan would win the rounds with speed and sharpness, but Brook would get one in, having that his good time and good power. So I used to always say Brook, but they're not the fighters they were, no disrespect, and it's whether they've still got that timing. And if Kell's still got the timing, I still think he'll get the shot in, but at the minute I'm leaning to Khan because that sharpness and speed's obviously still there. But no matter what, I see Khan winning the rounds, and just whether Brook can get that shot in.
I think Kell Brook's going to do it. I think he's strong, he's physical, and he's going to keep that strength. Even as you get older, you're going to keep that physical strength. I like Amir Khan as a boxer, but this fight is 5 years too late, and I think that's going to be more detrimental to Amir Khan than it is going to be to Kell Brook.
Do you think Kell Brook stops him? Because I've barely seen anyone saying this is going the distance.
I don't know. It could. I really don't know because I haven't watched both of them prolifically. But I just think if Kell Brook lands one on his chin, that's it. That's game over. So I would put it down to a stoppage for Kell Brook.
Again, I wouldn't put my house on it, and I know what Kell's capable of doing. So of course I'm going to lean towards Kell because I know what he can do. But I must say, Amir Khan is the fastest puncher I have seen in my life, live. And I mean combinations. I don't mean jam. I mean throw him out. But the thing is this: he's got to keep it up for 12 rounds. He's got to try and not make the mistake he's made in the past and go for gold instead of thinking keep it on his feet. The only time I saw him do that is when he boxed Benn Alexander in out. So now he's thinking, shall I follow my ego and try and get the stoppage? That's when he walks into Kell's shots. Or is he going to try and play safe, comfortable, and try and outbox him and stay on the speed? That's what he's got to do. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. And at one point, I had to put my house on it. I ain't doing it now. I ain't doing it now, but you know what? That's just how it is. And these are intriguing fights.
It's quite simple. Who's got what left? I'm excited for the fight. I really am, because I don't know who's got what left, and because of that, I don't know who wins. I think it was a fight that I got fed up of talking about, but I always said once it's signed, I'll be excited about it, and I am. I can't wait to see it. Who do I think wins? I haven't got a clue. And that's what makes it exciting. That's why on fight night everybody will be tuning in and everybody will be watching it, because no matter what you say to shit on it, right? And I know, listen, one thing people got to take for it is that this is not, whoever wins on that night, it doesn't mean that they would have won when they were both at the peak. And if you take it as that, that's how you've got to see it, and that's how you've got to, you've got to enjoy the fight. Whatever. Don't be watching them and saying, oh yeah, but if you got a few years ago, he would have done it. Just enjoy the fight for what it is now. That's what you've got. Enjoy that. Take it for that, and it'll be a good night. I actually think that with the wear and tear on his body and with the time out and all that sort of thing, I wouldn't discount the fact that I know Khan's not a puncher, but if Khan lands on Kell with a shot that he doesn't see, is there a little reaction in his legs there? So don't rule out Khan as a threat in them sort of terms in this fight. It's not just a case of Khan's just going to box him and outbox him, because if you get caught with a shot you don't see, at best of times it can take something out of you, just make your legs a little bit heavier, make your legs do a little dance. But if we're talking about fighters that are a shell of what they were, good shells, still good fighters, but compared to what they were and where they were, they're a shell of what they were. But the punch resistance goes when you get to that sort of stage. So whereas Kell used to be able to take a good shot, I don't know. Can he still take a good shot? I don't know. And that's another part where you're intrigued about this fight.
Genuinely, it's just so hard to call that fight, because it's not me like sitting on the fence, but I suppose I'm a little bit, but it's a little bit of, there's a few factors. Does the weight take too much out of Kell? There's no denying both lads, they're past the best. Both had unbelievable careers, but it's not. But it just makes it so hard. It probably makes it even harder to pick a winner now, because we don't know what each one of them have got left. Amir's took himself away. Well, he's back now, but with Bo Mark, he seems in a really good place. Kell looks in great shape as always. Kell's still got very good timing. Does that, counter Amir's speed, which is unbelievable then, but then the fight goes past first 3 or 4. Does it then become Amir's fight? There's so many questions that are going to be answered.
I can't say. There's a way for both of them to win that one. They're both at the same, I don't know, both of them good level fighters, were good level fighters, whatever you want to call it, but it'll be a good fight.
Originally I was going with Brook. This is when it was announced a long time ago, but I don't know, because Khan, he's got such fast hands and that. He's definitely going to light him up with some shots, so we'll just have to see. But it's been a long time coming, and let's see who's the victor going to be.
I think it's going to be a good fight. For me, it just really depends how they both turn up, on how much they've actually got left. Let's not forget, you can perform fantastic in the gym. When you're coming towards the end and all that business, but you can perform fantastic in your comfort zone, and when you're under their bright lights, the pressure's on. They're both very experienced guys, but it's always that little bit harder to perform. And obviously when they're in the gym doing their sparring and stuff, they would be a little, they'd be carrying a bit more weight. And they haven't made any weight limit the day before. So I think it depends how the weight making affects them and how they recover from it. And also then it just really depends what they got left, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm hoping for a Kell Brook win, because he's my mate, and I got a lot of respect for Kell.